Wow. 4 minutes late. Not bad. 4 minutes late. 4 minutes late. Excuse me. I've just had some duck with some nice vegetables, actually. Very good. I'm just trying to check something here. Beef and chicken, how are you doing? Nice to see you. I'll just get myself put together here a bit. I was 4 minutes late. It isn't too bad, is it really? I've got 2 pairs of glasses on now. I think the drink over the years is out of my brain. I hope we're all well. Hello, Bob, how you doing? Beef and chicken, I see you. Paul, how's things? Good to see you. I was 4 minutes late. Every day I used to watch Reggie Perrin. He's always late for work. Signal failure at Clapham Junction or something. 4 minutes late today due to having a second piece of duck that I cooked. I got one of those air fryers. They're really good, you know. I got one years ago. If you want to eat healthily, you need to eat healthy when you've been drinking for most of your life. So I feel, how's what your week has been going? Well, yeah, it's good. I just spoke to my girlfriend today actually about the week. I said it's only Tuesday lunchtime earlier on. So yeah, I thought it was Thursday. Everything's getting busier. Leslie, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Hope you're well. I was just talking about nutrition just briefly there. I cooked some stuff in an air fryer for the first time. It was really good. It's much more healthy, I think, because it doesn't have to put. Where does the stuff come from? The cooks in. It's in the air. It's bizarre, isn't it? I've been guitar music. Oh, a fantastic donation. Thanks very much. Really, really pleased, man. Yeah, if you want to stick a super chat in, please do. There's no adverts in here now. Thanks so much. I mean, you're doing well there. No alcohol for 2 months. Fantastic. It's changed already. It's incredible, isn't it? How things change immediately that you get sober. You know, by immediately, I mean very quickly. Very quickly. So in 2 months, you've seen a difference. Dennis, how are you doing? Sandra says, I used an air fryer for the first time this week. Isn't that strange? It's good, isn't it? Kaz, good evening. Catherine, hello, how are you doing? Again, first donation of ambient guitar music. Well, he's done 2 months sober. Round of applause for him. Hello, Catherine and Kaz again. So yeah, healthy eating is part of. I didn't want to talk about healthy eating really, but I will because it's a massive part of recovery. If you can get yourself put together. If you are finding these lives useful, please drop a super chat or a coffee in there. The reason I mentioned that coffee link is because coffee does protect the liver. According to the hepatologists, the liver specialists. Samara, good evening, how are you? Chataholics, that's a good word. So yeah, coffee is very protective apparently. So something to bear in mind. I drink a lot of tea, but coffee is better. So it's worth thinking about that, isn't it? Just for a change of your morning routine or whatever. Hello, John. Nice to see you. Yeah, coffee's on there. Apparently, it's very protective for the liver. There's lots of lotions and potions about, but this doctor has saved my life really. I say every 6 months now just for a check. Hi, Debbie. Nice to see you. Ambient guitar music. Yeah, thanks for that. Cheers, beef and chicken. We've got 3 moderators now. It's really good to have them actually because it helps me out a lot. I have to get them a nice Christmas present. Yeah, she said that the coffee's the only thing that she knows of scientifically that will help. Obviously, your weight, your exercise, and your overall diet. But you clutch for straws when you're ill and think, what can I do? I want to change it. So that was the only thing, coffee. So there you go. You know, Darren, hope you're all well. No one's struggling, I hope. We're all here to help and support with the group. We'll be there, 100%. I've got a few members on the WhatsApp group as well now. I'll leave the number on here if you want to get in touch. I can add you to the membership. That's the number down there. +44 if you're out of the UK, of course. Yeah, I'm being told everything's really well. Thanks very much. I hope everyone else is on here as well. And you aim to hear. My aim here is to get everybody to help each other because you can't do it on your own. You can't just do it with me. The more you chat amongst each other and the more you get on the WhatsApp on the group as well, it will be a lifesaver. That. So I did it on my own. I felt ill for 5 years when I was drinking self-medicate, and I was doing it all on my own. It was so lonely. So, a day would take a month to pass. A day now is like, whoosh, where's it gone? So it's just life's much busier when you are sober. Never get bored. Much more bored waiting for a delivery of Stella, or worried about running out, or what people would say. Frank, I do be amazed to hear doctors and nurses drink after all they've seen. Yeah, there's a lot of doctors are alcoholics. Like someone on a proper coffee holic. Me, really? 100-gram jar every 3 days. Well, it's supposed to be good. Just has this protective effect, apparently, according to the powers that be, I don't know, I tell you, they'll tell lies, isn't it? So, yeah, a good point from Submariner there. He drinks quite a lot of it. Yeah, I did a video earlier about how quickly alcohol would destroy you as a person. Oh, I'm up. Yeah, I think we're all happy at the moment. Are you happy? Hello, Matthew. How are you doing? This group's making people happy. There's something to focus on, isn't it? I'll just go and pop in and see how the gang are. Glenn, see what good evening. How are you doing, Glenn? Yeah, so this video did. I went from a very confident, very able, and very ambitious person to being a gibbering wreck within about 15, 20 years, maybe. So I was suffering the consequences of alcohol in my late 20s, early 30s, really, but didn't show so much then. I think I was just getting through life, As I said, before, hi, Nick, nice to see you. When you're a functional alcoholic, you're only one step away from being a non-functioning alcoholic, which means you've lost the plot and you can't stop. That's the problem, isn't it? We're very, very close to it. Jonathan Gould, nice to see you. How are you doing, John? So that's another thing, you've got to bear in mind. It's already good saying, if you are drinking, I'll get through the day, I'll have an early night, I'll make up for lost time in a few years' time. You haven't got much time, My mother's always had this saying, she's 1994, enjoy yourself, because there might not be much time. You don't know what's going to happen to you. Look how much the world's changed recently. It's horrendous, isn't it? Thanks, Jonathan. I'm glad you're okay. Yeah, I felt quite cleansed over the weekend for not drinking for 3 days. It's given me hope. Well, it's good, John, yeah. Well, you probably will feel better. You'll just feel better in yourself. And you feel pleased with yourself, really. And I'll see that. Easy, mate. Or about what? Nice to see it. And I'll see that. You'll feel better generally. But you've got to, it's one day at a time, this process, really. Until you get sober confident. Even then, you've got to be wary. Because you know what's going to happen in your life to sort of take you down, if that makes sense. Hopefully nothing. It's one of those things where you don't know what's creeping up on you. And it'll be there, bang. And it happens quickly, like I say. It's incredibly quick. I was surprised how quick, when I look back now, it's how quick things went down. Because I was in my early 20s, I was super fit. Even my mid-20s, but I was still drinking. And I still had, the odd hangover. And I managed to cope with it because my body would repair. But it doesn't as you get older. And by the time you're sort of mid-30s, so just say you've been drinking since you were, 18, legal age, 10 years to 28, a lot of people are having hangovers then, and problems, So you have to be very aware of that. And I'm no doubt a lot of the people on here, a lot of our friends on here, as a group now, we're all friends, aren't we? Are a little bit older than 28. That's just an example. But when you look back, I bet it wasn't long before you started to get symptoms of, I would say, heavy drinking anyway, or regular drinking, habitual drinking, sort of thing. And it just becomes a habit then in terms of addiction. And that's the problem, isn't it? And we need to break this cycle of basically feeling rough and then getting through the day, just hoping that we've got a chance to get a drink before we feel rough again. Because we get a drink after we feel rough just to try and make ourselves better, and then this whole thing starts again. And it's not a good place to be when you're in this cycle. It never stops. to break it's very difficult, even when you're younger, because people want to force you to drink. It's like, come on, have a drink, have one. You go for one, we know what the story is. We'll have 10, won't we? I meet people who never drank, who smoked ever. They are so sensible. I think they must have lived before. Maybe they have, yeah. Day 26, well done, Neil. Fantastic. Bob relapsed after 6 months. Can you get back on it, Bob? I mean, back on the sober trail. If you have a look at the description, there's a link to one-to-one support, and have a look at that, or text me on my number. I don't know where you are, but it's +44 outside the UK. That number there, I'll set you up with something. Let's see, the best food for liver is beetroot. Yeah, I've heard that. I had some beetroot on a salad. Yeah, I've just actually made some duck. Cooked some duck and some vegetables in an air fryer. It was fantastic. John B, this is a turning point. If you've done 3 days already on my detox, the worst would have been ever gone with shakes, sweats, palpitations. Yeah, 3 days. You get over 3 days, you've done well. Green Richard, lemon and ginger water. That's good, yeah. I put a bit of lemon and ginger, comes in a little glass in the morning, Anything to keep yourself healthy and wealthy, and well, not wealthy. Your health is your wealth, I meant. To keep healthy and keep alive. And you want to have a quality of life, don't you? That's the thing. How I stop sweating at night when I stop? I'm not sure about that one. I sweat now and I've stopped. So, I'm not sure about that one, but to be honest. No problem, Neil. I hope you're enjoying these lives. If you are, then please feel free to drop a super chat or a coffee. There's a coffee link at the top. I don't put any ads on here. It probably flows better for you. I hope it does. 3 days, well done. Every day is a great day. Of course, day 26 days. Keep it up. Thanks, John. And I'll see that. No beetroot in a help hurt and pains. Okay. Again, well done, John. Well done, everybody. Well done, everybody's got here. To get here, you have to admit you've got a problem. Really, don't you? And that coffee ain't going to be Irish. No, exactly, yeah. A good point. I've never had an Irish coffee, I never tasted brandy. I never tasted malt whiskey. Anything like that. I tried the gin and that. Didn't like it. Never been with vodka either. Just always long drinks. Darren Brown took about 3 days for the sweats to stop. But everyone is different. Fair play to you, Stephen, reaching out to help others and giving back. Thanks, Jeff. Beef and Chin. If we all start a band, we can call it Stephen and the Mad Chatters. It'd be good, yeah, wouldn't it? A Mad Hatters, probably. Heart and Veins, strength and conditioning coach. That's good. Anything to get well, Martin, how are you doing? Nice to see you. What was the thing about Beef and Chin? We all start a band, yeah. It could be Stephen and the Moderators, I don't know. But I definitely know that we need to get together at some point. And I think around Christmas, just after is the best time. And if you want to drop a super chat in or a coffee, we'll get some funds together and hire a hall. We'll work on that. We've got plenty of time for 5 months, yeah. Bernadette, nice to see you. We've got 50 people already in 13 minutes. That's good. I don't know why I keep focusing on this 100. But it would be nice to get 100 people together, wouldn't it? Like a nice hall, and chat, and then move on from that. You can maybe start your own chats with people, in your own areas. Because I plan to make this quite big, really. The AA is huge, isn't it? Why can't we have an alternative to that? There isn't an actual alternative to the AA. The doctors also go to the AA because they just want to get rid of you out of the office. Get out of my surgery base. That's what I'm saying. That's the impression I got. The slow work home. You've really helped me. I'm pleased I help. Really am. It means a lot to me when I get messages like that. Somebody say, you've changed my life. You've helped my daughter. You've helped my son. You've helped, the member of the family. The odd time you can't help people. I've got one lady who's struggling with her husband who just won't listen to me. It's up to him, isn't it? I can't do anything. I've tried all the mindset stuff with him. He's not having it, The TV yeah. Thanks to comments, everyone. I can't believe how hard it was. It's achievable now for me. I felt like I only felt for 1 day yesterday. It was like in old times. Yeah, you'll get over it, John. Just be positive. That's the main thing. Just don't relapse. That's the key, isn't it? Darren Brennan. Yes, 3 days was a magic number for me. If I got that over with, thank God, I thought the worst of my physical symptoms over. It's one of, every day without a drink is a day the body gets to repair. Well said. But I'd love to meet up. I reckon we'd all have a good laugh. 100%. Go for a big curry somewhere. But not going to Birmingham. Anywhere mid country, really. Maybe Manchester. Nick, thanks very much. Alcohol-free lifestyle is a new way. Be good, wouldn't it? With 10 years' time, the doctor said, go and see the alcohol-free lifestyle people live, and you all have your own like groups, and you're all driving Ferraris and being on TV. Be good, wouldn't it? For that famous. The TV puts the drink ads around 9 o'clock. Yeah, they'll do, don't they? They use celebs as well, don't they? Obviously. I do on chat. I'm Steve, not FPM 52. Still can't the cycle. Well, FP, get onto the link. There's a link on all the videos which says if you want one-to-one mentoring, there's a link on there. Have a look at that. If you can't find, let me know. Bradford is the best. Yeah, I've been there. I've been to Birmingham as well. I have massive non-breads. Now on the tail end of a 5-day bender. Oof, bad, isn't it? Are you having another drink though? I used to, and I had like the weekends off. When you got 1 and 4 when I first joined the police, it's like a mad time to drink. And I just thought, well, how do you get off this? You have to have like I had to plan to try and get off. You know what I mean? It's like you got to, it's like a military operation, isn't it? When you got to get off and you got to try and get sober for work after a few days on, especially after holidays. You know, and you think, Jesus Christ, how am I going to get back to like normality? But once you're back to normality, you think, oh, I'm back, and then you think, I'm not going to drink as much now. Then you do. You know, and it's like, whoa, I'm back. And back to square one. If you're off for a long time, you go back to square one, even further back. Food and bath, get yourself to bed if you can. Yeah, each their own. Nobody judges you. Yeah, that was rough 5 days. Drink plenty of water. Yeah, I couldn't start the day. When I was on it, I was just completely on it. I try and cut down, and I get this sort of semi-high again. I'm not when I was young. When I was in my last 4 or 5 years of drinking, 2014 and 2019, I hadn't had a drink for years and years and years. And obviously from 1919 to now. So after 20 years, I drank about 4.5, 5. In the time I was drinking the last relapse, I never enjoyed one drink. I drank it as a form of medication to try and get me moving, to try and put one foot in front of the other, if that makes sense. Masturbating, a decent dinner, yeah, food. That's one thing I couldn't do, was eat. When I was really ill. I'm talking, when I've been off that. Because this is what really stumps me. Some of you might know this, but when I was off for 8 years, right, I felt really good. I was happy, fit, energetic, the whole lot. I mean, I was like a new man. Within a few days of starting again, I was like back to a shadow of my former self, just a few days. In those few days, I didn't drink excessively. I didn't drink anything other than I normally drank, which was just lager, bottles of lager. That was it. But within a few days, I was completely and utterly addicted again. Does that make sense? And I couldn't believe it, that I couldn't just have 1 or 2 after 8 years off it. The first 48 hours is the hardest. Yes, bastard brilliant. You can never cut down and self-medicate. No, you can't, Nick, 100%. Catherine, yes, bastard brilliant. Nick, you can never cut down 100%. It's just crazy. Right, hi, FP. I guarantee everyone's here has done that. We've all been in the same boat. That's why this is good. Bernadette, I self-medicated for years. Nightmare. It is. It gets worse, doesn't it, Bernadette? Debbie, I just stopped after 2 weeks. Couldn't get out of the bed. Sweating. Had lots of water. And so day 3, I had a lovely day in the park. Incredible how you've done that. I couldn't do that. I had seizures. Maybe I was more dependent, or maybe my body wasn't as robust. I don't know. But it is robust now. Dan, it's funny enough. You said it. I had a can of beer in bed just to function, to get to the bathroom. That's what I was like. What's all that about? What's all that about? Indeed. It seems tough. A lot of us are the same. We're very similar, but we're very similar characters as well. This channel does help. Good, thanks, FP. Taping doesn't work. There's no chance. Taping's a waste of time. Complete waste of time. Did me no good whatsoever. Absolutely no good whatsoever. Nervous stomach, Steve. Same here. Yeah. couldn't eat properly. Yes, yeah. We're all the same. We've all been through the same crown. Frank Foley, thanks very much for that donation. Really appreciate these super chats, absolutely amazing. Feel free to drop one in. It doesn't have to be a lot, or a coffee or something. It keeps me going with this. I can do research and keep the channel current and moving fast. Your nerves. Oh, my nerves were completely gone. I had terrible anxiety. Terrible anxiety when I'd been on the booze. Thanks, Beef and Chicken, for acknowledging that. Didn't eat properly. I just cannot believe I got back on it so quickly. It just doesn't bear thinking about it. You could be off for something for 8 years, and then suddenly you're back on it again, full on. I can't explain that. You know what I mean? Absolutely fucking horrendous how it takes you back. Nobody's ever explained that to me. Even the doctors don't know. All I got from one surgeon, I didn't have a liver transplant, there was a surgeon floating around called Quentin Anstey, very famous guy. Hello, Catherine. Thanks very much for that super chat. I really appreciate it. You don't know what it means to me. It means so much. And, how we're getting this group really motivated and helping each other. It's incredible. And we're not going to lose anybody. I know we're not. We're all going to be here at Christmas. Much healthier, much happier, in a better place. Yeah, thanks, Biff and Chicken, for acknowledging Frank's donation. And thank you very much, Catherine, for that. Cheers. It means so much. Staying off it, you've got to stay off it. You've got to get your mindset. It's quite a simple process, really, if you think about it. Your mindset has to be, this drink is not going to do me any good. This drink is going to take me back. Jonathan, GPs don't dish out the benzos. They used to. Duathlon is 5 weeks swim. It's extreme. Yeah, it's crazy. But is a duathlon, is like a triathlon, but a duo. Drinking in the Met, see you for a pint. Have always been drawn to alcohol and so on. Never needed an invite. Yeah. Neither have I, really. I used to drink before when I was an engineer. It's crackers, isn't it? Yeah. Thanks very much for the donations. I really appreciate that. And, there's no ads on here anymore, so things will flow nicely. The addicted brain retains echoes of addiction many years after you quit, right? Jeff's been good going there. It's like muscle memory, and then if you relapse, the brain is just waiting for a substance of choice again. Really quick, isn't it, Jeff? Incredible. Darren, remember once I got semi-dry, I was half functioning, then decided to tidy up apartment. The landlord came round, had 400 cans, binning them, counting them. Yeah, I had more than that, probably. I had bottles as well. Birdie, how you doing, Birdie? Binge, cover, then binge and recover. Binge recover. But now the binges are getting harder to stop. Well, get a one-to-one with me then. I'll try and help you. Thanks very much, Anne, for the coffee. Really appreciate that. It all makes a massive difference, I want to grow this. I want to grow it with you because we're all friends now. We all trust each other as well, which is good. There's no hidden agenda here, We just want to be healthy. When I was dying in hospital, all I wanted in the world was just to be able to walk again. It seems futile, but that's all I want to do. Have a Chinese meal again. Not have to have somebody walk me to the toilet. Not have to have somebody wash me. I felt so helpless and so vulnerable. It was horrendous. The GPs. I didn't have much help on the GPs. Not in 24. I did initially, many years before, and had a seizure. Psychoanalysis. Kindling seems to make you skip hangovers and slam you straight into withdrawals. That's a very good point. Have a look at this, fellas and girls. Psychoanalysis, kindling, which is on and off. We've been sober then relapse. It skips the withdrawals and takes you to, skips the hangovers and takes you bang on withdrawals. Really, it comes back like a train. It's like secondary cancer. It always comes back like a train. Jeff, that is a good way of looking at it, isn't it? Yeah. One last beer repeat. It's true. It seems like your brain doesn't care how long you've quit for. Once you relapse, the dead brain is ready waiting, isn't it? Yeah, but Jeff, initially to that, not just the brain, your body responds by craving, doesn't it? And shaking and becoming nervous again. Your brain becomes, it's full of anxiety again, isn't it? Thanks, Beef and Chicken. Welcome, everybody. Hit the like and stay well. Thanks. I appreciate that. Moderators are good. I gave years ago too, Steve. I started the heavy shit from 19, probably the same as me. 21 when I joined the police, I was on it a lot. When I started working in the pub back in the day, I met my missus a couple of years after. He gave it up at 23. That's a fantastic story. Johnny gave it up when he was 23. Jesus. But even if you split, it doesn't matter. You're off the booze. Bernadette, thanks so much for this super chat. I've got a lot of donations tonight. I really appreciate that. Makes such a big difference, you know. Really good. So nice of you. Fantastic to have some support like this. It's very generous of you to do that. And I hope we're getting something out of this, because I certainly am. And I'm getting a lot back from you. A lot of nice gestures and a lot of nice comments, and it makes a massive difference. Thanks so much. One thing I was going to say about the type of people we are here, we are all very nice folk, you know. And it's like, it's just, I don't know, it's like it's quite liberating, isn't it, to be able to do this and how people support each other. Because it came out of nowhere, this really, you know. It was my partner said, what are you going to do with your life? And I told you the story. I said, I'm only good at two things. One was drinking. And the other was the police. I'm too late to join the police again. But then she mentioned the drinking, because obviously I was off it, you know. To have a supportive partner makes a difference. But you've got to do it yourself, this alcohol, and you've got to crack it yourself. Because it's you who's going through all the pain and all the heartache. And when you get out of it, you know, life's like, I don't know how to describe it. I think alcohol was part of my life from teenage years, to be fair. And when you get, I mean, I'm older now, a lot older. You'd probably be surprised how old I am, but however, when you get your life on it's like a different plane. It's not like you're not in the normal plane anymore. The normal plane is going to work or being retired and having a few drinks with your friends and having a few drinks at home, whatever you do. When you're out of that, you have so much more time. In energy levels, triple or quadruple. That's a massive bonus in life, you know. Thanks very much for the donations. I really appreciate that. The super chats and things, and the coffees. The coffees have really helped me to keep this going. And I think having this fast-paced thing is good. Just bang, bang, bang. Because a lot of questions. You could talk forever about alcohol, but it's so complex. And it's affected so many of us. Pay my rent this month. Brilliant. Well done. The money you save is absolutely incredible. Thanks, Beef and Chicken, for acknowledging Bernadette's donation there. Thank you. Evening, the Dumph. That's a strange name. Can you explain that? Oh, just out of interest, really. Darren, Jeff Kenny. Yes, thanks for that. We call a YouTube blogger from a psychiatrist on about a similar thing. Yeah, I like that. When you relapse after a long, the kindling effect is when you've been off relapse, if somebody doesn't know, when you didn't know about it. It's happened to me. Then it just goes bang. There's no build up to it. They're like, oh, I feel a bit rough on it. I'll have a day off. It's like, bang, I've got to have another one the next day because you feel weak and you can't walk. It's crackers. My partner says I'll have a heart attack. You want to do. You've got to be careful. Beef and Chicken, Scott Bob. Thanks to the moderator, top man. Hello, Scott. How are you doing? That's what I'm like that. Robert, dirty bastard. Alcohol is all I know. I've had jobs, but lost them. Yeah, I didn't lose any jobs. I only had one major job. I was an engineer. I didn't lose it. I left because it was a pain in the fucking arse. But I could have done. I was very on the edge really with it, you know. It was later on that my problems came when I was single, well, divorced, and then I was alone and probably living in the place I didn't want to be in. So I just thought, well, let's go on the drink. It's easy to go on the drink, isn't it? It's much harder to stop and then find something else to do than go on the drink. It's the easiest thing in the world to go on the booze, isn't it? It's the hardest thing in the world to stop off. But once you're off it, you become, as I mentioned before, the exclusive minority. That's where you want to be. You know what I'm saying? Only facts. Hi, pal. Love your channel, but thanks very much. Very positive. But have to call it. Would be nice to talk to you. Only facts. Well, If you go in the description part of the video, there's a link to one-to-one, so I can do a support thing with you. So let me know. Debbie, that's me now. I'll put the number up again. Anyone wants to join the WhatsApp group as well? I'll put +4 for everyone knows what this means, doesn't it? If you want to join the WhatsApp group or you want to do the one-to-one thing. Right, 7837. Been a good chat so far, and really quite vibrant, really. Maybe think people are getting more relaxed about it all, because you come on here, you don't know who's about, and nobody's going to judge you in here. There's been people telling me about their life and some horrendous things. Wives and leave husbands, they don't stop. And that happened to me, really, and I didn't care. My marriage was finished, but some people lose a lot through alcohol. I lost a lot of time with my daughter because I couldn't get there. 63 people on, yeah, it's good, isn't it? 70 now, it shows here. It's moving quite fast, isn't it? Cheers, Nick. I think this is the one thing that is actually going to help me. So really mean it. Good, FP. I'm pleased it's going to do that. If you want to one-to-one with me, then just get on the descriptions, and there's a link. Frank, the pub used to have a happy hour years ago to get people in to drink. There's a band now. Actually, funny, there's a pub near me that does a thing which is called. You press a button, and so this says free, half price, or whatever. 2 for 1. So working, drinking the weekends, not turning up on a Monday, then drinking empty day, not turning up on a Monday and Friday. Yeah, it's a vicious cycle, vicious circle, I call it. And it's just like somebody said there, relapsing and back on it again, relapse, back on it again, and back and forth. You never get a break from it, do you? And that's what I've said before. It's a full-time job, this drinking, isn't it? When you drink, you've got to recover from the drink. They're better. That's much better. I don't know if to use them on the glasses. They're only £1 for these some service, but they work. Let's run to the shop. Crap, isn't it? Once you start in the morning as well, we start this hair of the dog. You tend to drink all day. You've got to drink all day, haven't you, to catch up? It's absolute madness. That's my job because I used to be a class 1 driver. The breath test was running at 4 a.m. in labour. I was asleep at the time. Jesus, man. There's traffic police. I never liked traffic police, even though I was in the police. I was stopped by a traffic policeman not that long ago, really. And there's in Northumberland. He said, "You were speeding." I said, "I wasn't speeding." I knew the Panda car he had didn't have a Vascar on it. I was a bit of an edgy bastard. And I said, "Look, I've got experience this. I was in the Met." So in London, he said, "You should know better." I know that I use with palaver. And then he gave me a whole, to produce documents. I went off. I said, "For fuck's sake, I'm not going to drive with no insurance. And I've got my police retirement card thing. I wouldn't have it." So there you go. Traffic police are a different breed. Remember when pubs shut on after? Yeah, they did shut. They used to close in the afternoons. Even in London, in the late 80s, it closed at 3, didn't it? Opened by 5:30. Sunday afternoon was a long afternoon, wasn't it? And there weren't as many places to get booze. I mean, filling stations have got booze 24 hours now, haven't they? You get it everywhere. I wish that was the case then. We actually don't. That's stupid, that. But I made homebrew. My dad made homebrew. There's always a way of getting a drink, wasn't there? It's really one-to-one, but there wasn't availability as such at the fight hard to get it. But as I was going out drinking then at home, my local does have happy hour, 4 to 6, 2 cocktails price of 1. Yeah, similar to here. I'll see that. It didn't feel very well. I don't know what he's doing there. I meant 1 a.m. not 1 p.m. Got you. Yeah, so as I said, if this is helping you, then please feel free to drop a super chat, as a few people have done, and thanks very much to that. Or there's a coffee link there, and Anne's bought a coffee, which is going to go down well later. Thank you very much. Yeah, so basically what I was talking about earlier, how it strips away everything from us. Your confidence, your ability to perform in every part of life effectively. And it just gets worse. And it can be very young in life. So as I said before, it happens very quick. It doesn't happen. I mean, most of the people on here will have had problems in their early 30s, I bet. You don't start drinking at 18 and you shouldn't get a problem in 78. It creeps up, and all through your life, if you keep battling on with it, it'll get worse. I'll tell you a very quick story here about a guy who I know. About a week ago, so I haven't seen you for a while. I know he's got liver issues, right? You're drinking Guinness. And he said the doctor told him recently had been sick. I said, I wonder where he'd been. In the mornings, a nice lad. It was all year. And he said he's going to try the Guinness Zero and give it a year. And I said, you need to stop forever. Anyway, that was about a week ago. He's back in the Guinness now. What can you do? I mean, he's been told and told and told by the medics and myself, but he's back in it. So he's got everything to live with. Got a nice wife, got a few quid. Madness. Always drinking on my own. Hardly leave the house. That's the problem now, because you've got to try and get off it. Please have a look at the one-to-one mentoring support. Will help you. I've got a good success rate, a high success rate with that. And you text an hour video and they'll do all the follow-ups and that. It all includes. This is a great platform to get things off your chest. Some people here probably have never told anyone about their problems. They're all strangers, but we all have a common link. Very true, Simona. We're all down. We've gone down the same road, haven't we? Similar roads, similar paths. Drinking down here is, it's not good, is it? But you can get on the one-to-ones with me. I'll get you off it. Scott Bob. No reason to be alone. Find a fellowship probably a couple of blocks away. Good point. Some people go to A. Good work, Joe. Well done, Joe. Thanks. We've got 3 moderators there. Scooter, beef and chicken, Paul all together. Excellent. Thanks very much for being moderators with those 3. Scooter, beef and chicken, Paul. Excellent. Debbie, I was 36, going through divorce. See, 30s. Just know it's unsustainable. Good point. Well done, Joe. Jeff Kenny, I only drink alone because in my later years I just got angry when I drink. End up getting barred from the pubs. I never got barred. I was always happy drinking. Like I'm now. It's like now. When I was younger, I was like this with a drink, and then I became insular and couldn't speak to anybody. Debbie's 56. Okay, well done. If you trying to get off it, are you off it? Well done, Joe. Well done, Joe. Well done, everybody. The thing is, we've got to, as a group, help each other, and that's why the WhatsApp groups will work, because you can get on there when it's fully operational. We'll be going to get some people in it. I guarantee there'll be somebody on there 24 hours a day. Yeah, that's the number. If you text me that number, I'll get you. I'll give you the details for the WhatsApp group. You need more introspection. So, do you have a vegetable garden in WhatsApp? I don't. My daughter's probably got one in Manchester. But I tell you what, I did cook tonight. I'll go about it again and put some duck and some veg in the air fryer. It was fantastic veg. Depression turned inward. Yeah, that's a good point. Well said. My birthday next week, not even thought of having a drink to celebrate. Best off not drinking. As you get older, forget about birthdays. Yes, I know it's alcohol isn't the source of my anger, but it brings it out. Yeah. That's the thing, isn't it? It does bring it out. It makes happy people more happier, and it makes angry people more angry. I think, anyway. It's so complicated. You can talk about it forever, can you? My anger was eating my soul. Well, I was more anxious than angry. Really bad. Let's see, how did you avoid wet brain, Deborah? I'm not really sure what wet brain is, to be honest. If you can expand on that, would be helpful. I've heard a few of these things. I just knew I drank too much. Whether I had wet brain, dry brain, or otherwise, I'm not really sure what it is. I know that alcohol can cause so many problems. I was reading the other night that it can cause problems with obviously your bone density, your lungs, things which you never associate with alcohol. I mean, people immediately think of the liver. They don't think the secondary one is the heart. I've got a mate who's in hospital. His blood pressure 190 over 90. Another guy who had 2 strokes, and then he had a fall and had a hip replacement, and then he had sepsis. Wet brain damage. Okay, thanks, Scooter. I say it often. I've never been to Detox. There's wet brain, also known as Korsakoff, and a serious brain disorder caused by a deficiency in thiamine, vitamin B, often in prolonged heavy drinking. Okay. Thanks, Deborah. I remember they did give me some vitamin B, thiamine, when I was in hospital. FP, Ministry of Defence Reference Band. Right, okay. So it's just Korsakoff. It's wet brain. I thought it had something to do with thinking about drinking all the time. That makes sense. Getting angry is such a trigger for me. Instantly get a grab up here. To settle down. Yeah. I know what you're saying. I drank because I enjoyed the feeling. I enjoyed the taste. Actually, people say, "Oh, you don't enjoy the taste." I used to get really hot in central London in a uniform, and I used a long day, and I had a pain in the arse a wife to go back to. If I'd lived on my own or had a decent person, or I say decent people, I can't say everyone's bad, but my point is, I wasn't happy to be married. I got married too young. If my personal life had been different, I wouldn't have done it much. Okay. Good point. Yeah, beef and chicken. There are other ways to get rid of your anger. Right, Nick, it's like alcohol, dementia, wet brain. A recovering alcoholic is a sober drunk. Do you agree? I'm not sure really on that one. It's a good debating point. Deborah puts forward a recovering alcoholic is a sober drunk. Not quite sure on that one, but it's interesting. At least interesting taken, isn't it? FPM 50 now, 59 now, and I've only got another 15 years left. I'm feeling like I've been told it's rare for someone my age to look for treatment. You don't know if you've only got 15 years. Some people live to the 90s. Once you get clean, you overcompensate everything else. So you get clean, you start to exercise, you start to eat properly, you maybe don't stress as much, because when you've been to the edge of death, I don't give a toss about anything, well, other than yourselves and personal things, But if I got a bill or from the tax man or something, I'd say, oh, fuck off. Can't remember that. I wouldn't worry about it, you know what I mean? Not when nearly died. If somebody came along and said, you haven't got a TV, let's say, oh, I don't watch TV. You know, that sort of thing. I've got a very cavalier attitude to life. I did when I was younger, really. But I used to worry so much when I was drinking. The anxiety would take me to the end of life. It just about did, didn't it? Do you count the years, months, and days you've been sober? Not really, no. I just know it was October 2019. The average man lives to be 75. Maybe, yeah. Depends how strong you are. Depends on go to the gym, build yourself up. But I know what you're saying. Family and health. I'm conscious about, health has to be paramount, doesn't it? Robert did it at 58, it was 57 for me, similar age. Sober is when you abstain and have healed what caused you drugging, etc. Did you have anxiety in hospital because societies? Yeah, I had severe anxiety which led me to drink. Then I had recurrent societies just wouldn't go away. It was called grow societies when I first went. They took 26 litres off. I was a hospital record at one point, and it kept coming back. My liver was so shrunken. And what they called, there was some word like deformed, like an orange peel effect, I think Submariner described it as. Yeah, that's a good point. Don't be average, Jeff, about the age. My dad was 92 and mother's 94. So it was when you abstain. Yeah, that's a good point, Scott. Then don't be average. Walking more makes a massive difference. Of course it does. Any exercise. I know one guy that goes to the gym, he's 78, he looks 58. In fact, most pubs usually have an old man drinking in the corner. There's plenty of them in Wetherspoons where I live. And I certainly wouldn't want to be one of them on a bloody mobility scooter smoking cigarettes or fags, they call me. Fair play, well done, man. Did you go into treatment or just AA? So, man, we are all experts on the perils of drinking, but we're novices when it comes to tackling the problem. Agreed. Yeah, that's a part of the toxic drug. Yeah, we're experts on what can go wrong. We don't know how to really control it. We don't know the ins and outs of why it's so bad. In some ways, Paul, my pal buddy, who's 76, has that fluid on his body with the hernia, right? Yeah, he needs to get that sorted, Paul, and get that drained off. It means his liver's shrunk, and he's got cirrhosis. That's the major sign of cirrhosis. It can be other things, but generally it's cirrhosis. If you well said, extra. Yeah, so I said, I hope these one-to-ones are helping. Please feel free to drop a coffee in, because no ads on here, or a super chat, and it keeps me able to run these lives and the contents and all the videos are out there as well, the shorts, and there's obviously this WhatsApp group which is being formed at the moment. I've got a few people on there, which is good. You can talk to each other, and that's going to be invaluable in the winter. I just know it is. And as time comes on, as time marches on, because people will need each other, people will need something, people will have a question. I've said before, when you get a question about something, it's always in the middle of the night, isn't it? It's never 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Walking gives me anxiety. They're weirdos, are they? Possibly being you're a woman, different, isn't it? That draining of the fluid from stomach sounds terrible. They put a big needle about that long, very thin, like a very thin knitting needle. Cut a hole in your side, always left side. and feed it in. The pain of feeding it in, fucking hell. And then it's attached like a catheter bag and it fills with all this. It's just well, it looks like pee really. It's thicker than that. And they put it on in the bag and they drain the bag out. And they used to have buckets for me. And because you're draining that off your body, it lowers lots of electrolytes or something in the body. And then I had a seizure after that because the sodium level was low. It's very dangerous. They give you albumin to balance the fluid out. It's a torturous thing. 8 hours a day. It used to take 8 hours to do it. I was going every couple of weeks when after I'd been released from hospital, backwards and forwards for 2.5 years. John, we appreciate you, Steve. You're one of the genuine ones. Lots of fakes. Yeah, I can imagine, John. Thanks very much. I appreciate that, John. I appreciate all the positive comments. Well, they're all positive, but some of them more positive than others. And the donations very generous. Thanks very much for those and the coffees. If you feel free to drop some in, doesn't have to be a lot, but just keeps us running. Cost a little bit and keep it going. And I said before, when I get a group meeting, we've got 75 people. That's good, isn't it? See if we can get 100. We need 100. We don't need 100. Nice to get 100 by the end of August, wouldn't it? After school holidays, like. Tracy, how are you doing? FP, Jeff, Steve said no point having a time limit. I'm hoping for another 25 years. Well, you get 25 years if you look after yourself. We have to look after ourselves. We've battered our bodies, We all know that, don't we? Battered. For years. Never gave a toss. Because when you're 25, this is why people don't invest money, see. That's why there's going to be a lot of poor people. And I didn't invest much money. I mean, fortunately, I had a police pension, but people who invest money now, when they were younger, they were fortunate. Invest in your body now. Invest in your fitness. Invest in your health. And the money that you save from drinking, stick it into an investment account. Even just a little bit. You just put £20 a week in. It soon builds up, So if you've got, I've never been a saver, but my partner is a saver. I've known her for 2 years and she's pretty good with stuff. I'm pretty thick compared to her. Anyway, we'll move on from that. But, look after your health is the main thing. If you're stopping drinking isn't enough. But then working on behaviours. I know too many with years of sobriety who still look, act, talk, and behave like addicts. Sorry, yes, I agree. Become a better person. Fitter, more healthy, more able, more reliable, more helpful. Everything's better. Your brain will switch back into being switched on, if that makes sense. And I'll see that. Great speaking with you as well. Come back tomorrow. So 26 months was very expensive, Robert. So glad you got through this to be here for. Thanks very much, Debbie. Appreciate that. In America, insurance covers 30 days. Must be for Detox for that. The amount of money you blow, you blow money not just on drink, it's on wine, women, and song, isn't it? Putting money in these, what are they called, bandits? One on, you know what I mean, slot machines. There's a guy in the pub the other day who's put 300 quid in. 300 quid. That's a flight. It's a whole little mini holidays. It's a breakaway, isn't it? What age are you, FP? And you may take care. And I'll say that you to me. Yeah, so as I've said before, if these are helping you, please drop a coffee in or sort of chat, and let's keep it moving along. I like doing stuff fast paced because we get a lot of content in. But somebody said to me the other day, will you ever run out of subjects? No chance. I've got so many stories and so many, and you have as well. So the stories I've got are thousands. There's 71 of you. That's 71,000 stories times 10. There's a million stories just on this little group, isn't it? Did you ever drink cider? I drank remember Merry Down cider? It was a big, thick glass brown bottle. I drank that when I was young. Homebrew law was a thing for me. My dad used to make it. Shots and takeaways plus the day drinking. Oh, but that is not what you see. This is another thing. I think back, I've just ruined my life in a way. Not ruined it. I'm all right now, but I could have got more promotion. I could have bought more with houses. I could have cut the houses. We could have rented them out and done Airbnb. I've done something with them. I wouldn't have lost all that. Your productivity's gone down. Your health goes down. You buy drink for people who don't fucking know. You get taxes. You buy stuff you wouldn't normally spend money on when you've had a few drinks. You buy food that's 3 times the price of making something at home. All of that's cost. It's all extra cost. Turned down overtime because it's on a Friday night you want to go out. All this sort of thing. Slots and takeaways, massive. David just 52 cars next year. I stopped drinking 15 years. It's fantastic. But guess if a meteorite was on its way to destroy the earth in a couple of days, I would be the drunkest man on the planet. Well, the thing is, with you and I, man, our luck is such that it would be turned back. I would burn out just before I hit the ground. And they'd be pissed on me. In hospital. All I was bad, but what's the worst? I say brandy. Never drank brandy. I've never drank spirits, really. You have a good chance of another 25 years. Yeah. See if you saw my WhatsApp status. I went to a wedding last night. Oh, yeah, I did, yeah. Danced, laughed, talked. Had a great night. Life isn't boring. Comfortable in those environments. That's great. That's good one, VRT. Who's now in the WhatsApp group. Our WhatsApp group's going to be fantastic, by the way, so get yourself on there. When you're comfortable being sober is the best thing in the world. Yeah? Because that's what you want to aim for. When you're loving sobriety, I love being able to wake up early. I love being able to do stuff. And I love being able to be reliable. Because that's fantastic when you've lost so much of life on the booze and, recovering and that sort of thing. Seriously though, it's not the money. It's the health situation. Of course it is. Yeah. I only go to the pub probably once, twice a week. So it doesn't cost much buying slabs and drinking indoors these days. Yeah, it's a health cost major, but I'm just not worried about when I was younger, and I lost things that I shouldn't have lost. Most people will drink with drink problems, won't have nice things, do nice things, have nice clothes. No. Alcohol is the first thing you want to spend money on. This number here I put in here, +44. If you want to join the WhatsApp, get in touch with me on that one. Or if you want to do a one-to-one. FP69, thanks very much for that donation. Really appreciate these donations. It means so much to me and the channel. Thanks so much. And well done to you. I hope everything gets sorted. Keep coming on these. We all need to keep coming on these to benefit each other. We'll get a lot of people off the booze. Cheers, FP. Really appreciate that. It is poison, Scott. Total poison. I did a little show today, a little video short thing. I used to think alcohol was a reward for a day at work, right? Or painting the bathroom, or even getting the bathroom clean, or doing anything. Washing the car, have a drink. What I didn't realise was a punishment, isn't it? It's a death sentence. It's a prison sentence. So when you had a day at work, and it's been hard work, relax with something else. Not a drink. Because it's not a reward. It's going to take you straight back to having the worst day the next day, isn't it? Just stop painting. You might surprise yourself. Well, I did a little bit. My girlfriend's on my case. Did you see that Rick got arrested in stars from? What does that mean, beef and chicken? Got stars of what? Did you see Rick got? I don't know anything about that. Debbie, but let me know, beef and chicken, about the stars thing. Debbie McKay, I was in rehab and the counsellor said it would be jail, institutions, or death. Fair enough, yeah. You're right, yeah. No matter what your poison is, ruins in the end. Of course it will. Doesn't matter what you're drinking. Thanks, people for endorsing that. FP, well done. Why painting? In the end, it would be a jail and institution. Yeah, well, it's early death, singing. Early death, people chicken. Yes, he's unblocked me now. I won't take shit from his addiction now. Institutions. Yeah, there's not many options when you get addicted. You either keep drinking and die, or you survive. That's it. It's pretty limited, isn't it? But when you're off it, life's fantastic. What's Rick's channel? I want to cut down, but don't know how to. I'll say that creativity might be a great way to express your anger. Yeah. Steve doesn't seem to have much time for that. I don't know what he's doing. He seems to have come out of nowhere. But, good luck to him if he does all right. Yeah, Nick, when I become a member, yes, get yourself a membership on the WhatsApp group. I'll put the number on here. So the Rick guy, I thought he was a little bit over the top, but that may just be his way, I don't know. I'm just concentrating on you people here, really. What other people do is something to do with me, to be fair. Right. Okay. Yes, again, so when you start drinking, your life will go in the wrong direction. When you start drinking more than the average person, it's about, Samara said last night, there's millions of people who can drink socially, but we can't. We're in a different league, aren't we? You seem to have hit a wall and not doing anything. Everything's just like you need to separate you from. Yeah, you got to separate you from your addiction. There's no moderation for addicts. Yeah, it is. It's 100%, isn't it? You're 100% on, 100% off. There's no 50-50 with it, is there? Creativity is a great way to replace time you were drinking. Paint, sculpting, find a project around the house. Good point. I hope we all enjoying this. We've got 71, so keeping people on a bit longer, which is good. So, and I'm glad you're engaging with each other because people feel more relaxed now about it, which is a massive thing. I said earlier, if you want to drop a coffee in, please do. It'll help the channel out and help me to continue to do this and to keep doing the videos and all the rest of it because it's becoming quite a big full-time thing. I'm enjoying doing it, but it's certainly gone a lot of pace, which is good. It means it's working, isn't it? And people are benefiting from it. That's the reason I did it. Because I had nothing like this when I came off it. Just me on my own. When I was at the height of the drinking, I was so depressed with my little laptop, AirPad, what do you call it? iPad, and my onesie suit on because I had no heating. Never had a cup of tea for months, never had anything to eat. Stars is some drug and alcohol rehab program. All right, okay. 100% go lucky in that regard. Did you grow up around that addiction? For me, no, not at all. Not at all. No, it was only me on the black sheep. Yeah, I love to see the end result of my projects. When I was drunk, nothing got done. No, it doesn't, because you're trying to survive in survival mode when you're drinking, aren't you? Total survival mode. I refinished guitar and bikesmith, well, refurbish. That's fantastic. I used to play the bass guitar in the Ibanez Roadster and the Fender Precision, so you know about it. And I'll say that. Stephen, you put a lot of hours in helping people. Thanks from Frank. Appreciate that support. It's nice to have a little bit of get something back. It's really good. I appreciate all of you being here. I appreciate every coffee, every donation, because it makes things, it keeps things moving along, if that makes sense. GJ, where are you from? Wales? No, I'm from North East, but I went to London at 21. Joined the police. My family are from Wales. My first cousin is Carl Reddy, who played for Wales. Really? Fantastic, eh? Well done, eh? So GJ's got some fame in the family. Is it Gareth, by the way? Because Gareth Thomas is such a common name. Yeah, and see that productivity when you drink is nothing. So GJ's got quite a famous cousin there. Tomorrow, I used to hide my vodka bottle behind the bath panel, so I'd secretly drink while the wife was watching TV. Yeah, the hiding places. Yeah, that's a good one. Just a quick one. Right. Hiding places. What's the most crazy one? The craziest one I had, I'll start you off, was a hole in Epping Forest. And I heard somebody the other day mention that they used to put it in the fish pond in a black bin liner because you can't see it in the water. Hiding places. Scooter Bob, how did you find dating when sober? Easy. My partners are watching. I found a beautiful woman who's now my fiance when I was sober. I didn't bother dating when I was. Well, I wasn't. My latter years of drinking wasn't drinking. I was ill. When you're a functioning alcoholic and you go past that stage, you're a patient. You're ill. You're poorly. That's all you are when you're drinking too much. You're poorly. Scooter as a couple has double trouble, 100%. Yeah, and I'll see that because you're unreliable. Yeah, that's right. But I drink in the bath is crazy. I used to drink in the bath, in the garden shed, in the forest, in the back of the car. I tell you, this is another one. Anxiety, right? My anxiety was so bad once when we were coming back from Italy, my wife was driving, so I had too much to drink. I sat in the back with a box of Stella. I couldn't sit in the front passenger seat because I got the urge to open the door and fall out the car. I forgot about that. I must mention that tomorrow. I'll do a video on that one. So I'm driving. She's driving along. A brand new Land Rover Discovery, good car, no problems on the road, on a motorway, and I crawled into the back. It was a 3-door one, the old Land Rover Discovery, and I felt the need to open the door and get out. And I did that on flights. And that's where I stopped flying. I felt the need to get out. I didn't do that, but I felt the need to do that. I was on my head, mind, I got to open the door. I was shaking. I had to hide my bottles of rum, cavities over the walls. Jesus. Unreliable. I was show up for £100,000 bike ride hungover. Well, thanks, JJ. Next door neighbour's wheelie bin. He's early and I took the bins off. That's a good one, isn't it? Not a good one, but interesting one. True story. I can imagine, and I'll say that. I found that hiding it made it worse. Some of my ex-girlfriends always used to say, if I told them it would have been better, they were probably talking shit. Yeah, we'll just got rid of it for you. I used to hide it and she used to find it, my ex-wife. She should have been a fucking detective like me. It was ridiculous. Have addiction problems, but not alcohol. Okay. If you can get off the alcohol, you're doing well. Anybody want one-to-one support, then text me. Do you think it's best to put this 4-4 thing on people to know what they're doing? Right, so I'll just put a number in here again. 783 The links on all the stuff, like I kind of put the links in. I'm not clever enough. That was 100% anxiety, Steve. Has similar fears, being impulsive. Yeah, Robert, it's weird, isn't it? That really weird. Phil FP got a smile from a beautiful woman today in Asda. Twice made my day. That's good, isn't it? Very good. You must have dropped £20 behind you or something. And there seems to be anger at the moment. The addicts are entitled to disability benefits. There's so much disinformation out there. Addicts need help. Yeah, 100%. And there was. Thanks for the coffee earlier. Anybody else wants to put a coffee in, as Anne did, then please do. And there's still a massive stigma towards us. Huge stigma. It'll never go away, unfortunately. It's not good. Maybe I'll tell you, if you drink, you will want drugs. I never did drugs, man. But Manchester 999, after he passed the family were building an extension and found tens of bottles buried. Well, yeah, we'll hide there anyway, won't we? Under the car, back of the car near the spare wheel. But I used to put the bottles in socks. Wrap them in towels. My ex-wife said, "Where's all the fucking towels gone?" I don't know. That's me. I don't know. FP shoot was shoot working till the till. GTG. I can't even get sick money on the UC. I'm on PIP stuff world. That's thanks for talk. Active addiction alcoholics are rude. Active alcoholics are rude, as you may have noticed. Right, guys, bedtime for me. Okay, Nick. I'm not starting too long today, so I've got quite a long day tomorrow. We'll keep going on, little one. If anyone wants to drop a coffee in or a super chat, please feel free to do that because there's no ads on here. Let me know if it flows better. There's no point in putting adverts on because I want it to go fast. Does that make sense? We could sit here, all of us, forever because we've all got so many stories and things to tell. The anxiety of driving the straight road was a weird one. The times I wanted to try and get on the underground and just fall onto the platform, where did that come from? Where did it come from? Sitting on a plane thinking, I wonder what it's like to open that door. What the fuck's all that about? I didn't do it, obviously. And it's just like, why would I even think about that? So we've gone right off the original subject, which is good. I like the fact that all these different subjects are coming out and we're talking amongst each other. It makes it easier for me to try and, keep things going. AVRT, good night, mate. Carl's going to go and see a doctor. Good point. I just think the whole thing about how it destroys you so quickly has got to be looked at. And that's why you cannot afford to relapse. You don't sound Welsh now. a lot of Geordie, when I had a very strong Geordie accent, the, people used to think I was Welsh. The Welsh tend to sing in their voice, Clandon or whatever they do. And the Geordies tend to, because we speak very quickly. So I have to be very aware of how I speak. And the Welsh are very loud. I tell you one thing though, JG, when I worked in the Met and drank in Soho and Mayfair, there was a lot of construction. There's always a lot of construction in central London. There's always a lot of Welshmen there, and they're always fucking fighting. Next one, I dated an alcoholic woman who collected commemorative teapots, all full of vodka, and a glass display cabinet full of your husband. Really, Jesus, it's fucking funny. We dated an alcoholic. Never dated an alcoholic. I was always the one who was the alcoholic. Same exact feeling, Steve. If I was alone driving, I'd be terrified. Open the door. It's really weird, isn't it? Yeah, fighting, Jada. Them bloody Welsh lads are always fighting. But we'd be good drinkers. Had some good times with them. But they would always end up. We would go home, walk to the Oxford Circus Underground station, and we'd hear the shouting behind us. And when the pub door closed, they'd be fighting on the street. Like I'm talking about family people here. FP, happy days next time. So what's all that about? I know I keep saying what's that all about, what's all that about. It's very true now, what's all that about? Why are they fighting in the fucking street? It's supposed to be mates. Absolutely crazy. So like I said, if anybody wants any one-to-one support, then the number's on there. The description has all the links to things. I'd like to get this WhatsApp thing moving as well. That is going to be a lifeline for a lot of people. When I'm not here, I'm not going to go anywhere particularly, but you know what I mean? When it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, you've got a question, then it would be invaluable. Because, as I said before, things happen, and you've got a question, there's nobody to ask. You can't keep ringing at the hospital. But there'll always be somebody here. I feel there's always going to be somebody here when you've got a question. Because there are people on here from all over the world, as you know, you're not stupid. And there'll be somebody about to say, hang on a minute, just settle down. Because people get crazy feelings as I did, or crazy ideas. And I've never wrong Samaritans, but I've been on the verge of it in the past. And, people get very down, winter time especially. And it's just like, oh, what am I going to do with my life? And it's different in the summer. It's lighter. There are people about. Another 6 weeks, it gets cooler, darker, and then you hit into October. The clocks go back and start 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, isn't it? People aren't doing as much. Something's been shut down, is it? Well, let us do it. I didn't know that, GJ. Richard, yeah, Downing Pines is not a musical chair. No, you're right there. Not good, is it? So yeah, let's get this WhatsApp thing going. We need to just keep focusing on our own health. As we get better, our brains will get better, our bodies get better. Tighten your body up, tighten your mind up. Eat the best, as my mate, not my mate, but you know what I mean. TV chef Gordon Ramsay says, always buy the best food you can afford. His brother was an alcoholic and a drugger. FP, thanks very much for sending that membership. Really appreciate that. I don't know how you do that, but you sent to Paul. Thanks, Paul. We can now remember. Due down to FP69. Thanks, guys, for that. Really appreciate it. And thank you for everybody else who comes on. All the donations and the coffees make such a difference. Your logic gets better at Alex Hughes' addictive logic, right? There's one thing I would like to ask everybody here, though. I mean, do you think we're still addicts, even though we've given up? I mean, Samara's been off 15 years. I was off for 8, and I was off for 5.5 now. Are we addicts? I don't fancy a drink anymore. I don't want to drink anymore. In fact, I'm frightened of it. I was frightened of it in 2014 when I took a drink. After 8 years sober. So why am I an addict? I'm not cured of it. That's a question I get asked a lot. Are we cured of it once we stop drinking? Or is that just the start of it? because obviously getting sober for some is easy, but it's easy for me because I had seizures. But for some, it's quite easy to do. Not easy, but it's not too bad. Yeah, thanks, Beef and Chicken, for endorsing that. It's good, these memberships on the YouTube channel. I rang Samaritans once. They were absolutely useless. Complete my conversion. Complete one conversation. I understand, John. Sorry. Always an addict. You're always an addict. Thanks, Neil. Birdie, I think it's time I battle this. Theo, wow, what a donation that is. Massive. So overwhelming, that. Thanks very much. All donations are good, but that's unreal. Thanks so much for that. Really appreciate it. Top man. I hope everyone can see that. It makes such a difference and makes it keep going, keep everyone up to date with stuff. Because I've got a lot of research to do. I know there's some British Medical Journal stuff coming out soon. They've got something about first point of contact with alcoholics. Cheers again, Theo. That's so good. Thank you. With alcoholics, the first point of contact is 1% get help. With other drugs, it's 20 times as high, 50 times as high in some cases. And alcohol is one of these things where doctors will say moderate, try and cut down, try and taper off. If you go into a doctor's and say, I've got a heroin addiction, the chances are you get into rehab straight away. The chances are they will tell you to come off it or give you something to replace it with methadone or something, okay? They won't even give you benzos now for alcohol withdrawal. So you get no help. So then people go out with the surgery and think, fuck this. Sorry to swear. I'm going to go on the piss. That's my only chance of getting myself sort of pulled together. The only chance of like doing anything is self-medication, and that's what happens. There's no way if a doctor went, if a patient came in and said, I've got a heroin addict, right? I'm a heroin addict. I'm taking loads of heroin every week. Just an example. You're not going to say to them, just moderate, is he? Oh, moderate, he'll be all right. Nonsense. Gabo. No, I haven't heard of this, Gabo. I'll have a look. Yeah, thanks, Theo, for that. Thanks for everybody who's dropped a coffee in the sort of chat. Made a massive difference. And because it's a charity that could help. I have pets as well, so I know how you feel about them. Wish I was nearer. That's the thing, you see, when we've got responsibilities, we panic. But a doctor, a very wise doctor, actually saw the other day, she must be in her 80s now, said to me years ago, I came back from the North East to get off it. I started having these seizures. When they see her, I took some annual leave from London. Anyway, she said to me, don't worry about other people at the moment. Because we're overthinkers. All alcoholics are overthinkers. People pleasers. Don't think about other people. If you can't help yourself, how can you help others? I've never forgotten that. Sometimes people say something to you, you'll never ever forget that, what they said. And that was something I've always remembered, if you can't, you must look after yourself. If you can't look after yourself, how can you look after anybody else? A lot of medicine, is common sense. A lot of this is common sense. I know it's an addiction, but with the right mind process, and I'll show this if you do the one-to-one, how to stop. Because that's how I've done it for 6 years, even though I was horrendously addicted to it. I thought I'd beaten it, but obviously I'm still an addict. So, we have to get in the right mindset. There's a way to do it. And you have to be, we have to be dedicated to it, if that makes sense, and you have to get to the point where you want to do it. You have to have a commitment to do it, and you have to you got to be focused on it. I like the fact that we're on here helping each other because it makes such a difference to me to see people progressing. And I just want to help everybody. That's the process of it, really. And we're all got to be here at Christmas. All of us got to be here at Christmas. Because that's another time people relapse. Christmas time, isn't it? I love and hate drinking at the same time. Fair enough, James, yeah. I don't love it anymore. If you can't just have one or two, then leave it for a couple of weeks, you're an addict. Yeah, that's true. True, Neil. Yeah. We cannot, none of us here can be social drinkers. It's impossible now. We've done it. We've done it. We're absolutely knackered with it now. We're finished. And we've got to be sensible about it. The chapter's over, the book's closed on that one. The drinking's finished. We can't do it anymore. God helps those who help themselves. True. God helps us. God helps those who help themselves. I haven't had a job for 2 years, which is okay. Surely if we were okay, we'd be just able to have a couple. Yeah. Surely if we were okay, we would be able to just have a couple. No. Why do we want a couple? That's another question. Why do we want one or two? Why do you even want to drink this steak? You shouldn't want any, should you really? But this is really weird. That's a weird thing. So I'm looking. I don't really enjoy it anymore. I wouldn't enjoy it. I don't have a physical dependency, but I still give in once or twice a week, which I feel I can live with. If you can moderate it, sounds fair enough. Self-medicate, that's my problem. That's what I did. Cars, I can't leave my cat for 6 weeks. She's 18. I'm leaving. Understand, yeah. Maybe you do a home detox, which I couldn't get. Pardon me. That's come from Pepper. Noah, James Wilson, Eric Clapton. As his lowest point, he contemplated suicide. I've done that as well. Due to alcohol, but couldn't bear the thought of being dead. Never to think anymore. And so, got off it, yeah. Keith Moon from The Who, yeah. Like someone I was prescribed heroin, others got addicted to it. Registered with several doctors to feel my addiction. I've never felt a buzz like it. My life's same drug that killed Keith Moon, right? Oh, Richard, I had bottle openers all over the place. All over the place. And my daddy said, why have you got a bottle opener attached to your rucksack, your bag? And it was just this. That's what I meant about the full-time job, the rucksacks, the beers in there, the key rings, the hide and stuff, putting socks in it, things in socks and towels. You know what I mean? I walk around with a bottle opener. It's absolutely horrendous. Right, guys, we've got we'll do it till 10:30 because I've got an early start tomorrow, like a couple of others. Is there anything else you want to discuss? We've had a good night tonight. It's been very fast-paced. Had about 70 odd people, which is really good. And I want this to keep going. I think we'll hit 100 soon. I think everybody on here is pretty much dedicated to getting themselves off it and healthy and also helping others. Nothing is negative on here. Yeah, if you like the channel, please like it. And if you want to buy a coffee, please buy a coffee. Want to drop a super chat, please do. And keep positive for tomorrow. Because every day is a good day when you're sober. But this addiction, this illness, is an illness. It has to be thought about all the time because it's so easy. It's so easy. I've done it myself. Samara's done it. We've all done it just to think, bollocks, I won't have a drink. Everyone has problems in life. And alcohol will not solve them. I mean, I've got problems to deal with every day. We all have problems to deal with every day. But when you're sober, you don't panic. And a very good friend of mine, actually commander in the Met, he's well retired now. I'm not even sure if he's alive. I said I want a public order demonstration one day. I was a sergeant. And I said, what happens, boss, if this goes really tits up? Yeah? If this really goes bad? And he said, we panic slowly, Stephen. We panic slowly. Now, this is what you got doing here. If you go off the rails, you get back as soon as you can. Don't panic about stuff. Don't get a letter in the post and, oh God, I can't go, I'll have a drink. Yeah? Think about it first. Get on here. Text me or text one of the other people. And we'll be able to sort it. Everything can be sorted. There's a solution. Hi, Paul. There's a solution to every problem. And the problem is not in a beer glass or a wine glass or otherwise. Remember that. Panic slowly and you'll be all right. And you've got us to help you now. 18 is a good age. As you're doing something right. It would be good to get some sort of detox made. Take everyone. Good night. Been checking off the rails on a crazy train. 100% RIP. Okay, folks, let's wrap it tonight because I think a lot of us got early starts. Been a fantastic Tuesday. Best Tuesday. We've only done 2.5 weeks, haven't we? Best Tuesday so far. Let's make it best Wednesday tomorrow. Have a great day. Have a decent sleep. I mean, I'll be going to sleep straight away because I have to wind down from this. But it's been good. And I hope everyone's enjoyed themselves. And if you benefit, then please drop a coffee in or something. Those who've kept off the beer, a round of applause. It's amazing how quick that hour and a half's gone, isn't it? Absolutely incredible. Which means it's been vibrant, it's been fast paced, it's been current, and everyone was here on time, which is good, isn't it? What a fantastic thing we've got together as a group already in a matter of days, really. Imagine what we're going to be at Christmas. It'll be fantastic. We'll meet up. We'll have a great time, and we'll do that. And that's my mission for this year, to get a meetup arranged. Okay. If you 100%, we'll do the meet. 100%. Okay, folks. We'll see you soon. I'll be on a bit longer tomorrow night, but we've got an early start tomorrow, and catch you all soon. And have a happy and healthy. How can you charge £50? That's 3 litres a bottle of vodka. You don't help unless I pay. You're trying to get money from people. Well, some people charge $5,000. £49 isn't excessive, I don't think, for all the admin it takes and video calls and that. But Lulu, I'll leave you to that. Have a little think about that. If you want to pay $5,000, then please do. And I'll speak to you all soon. See you soon. Take care. And thanks to everybody who's been on tonight. And thanks for everybody. Yeah, John Boss says, Lulu, jog on. Probably can't even fucking walk. Right, take it easy, folks. I'll speak to you soon.